No. Okay, I'll get it to you. Library. Where do you want to put your, can we figure out what the 38,000, are we going to do that?
Well, that would have to go into parks, I would suppose, so I was just looking at parks. So,
If we would add
for those, was everybody here? Trevor wasn't here last meeting. Okay, so I came to the last city council meeting, I got a grant that would pay,
I wasn't blocked.
I couldn't, oh, no, it wasn't in the budget.
No, it's not me. He wasn't.
Anthony wasn't there.
I wasn't there, I was there at the last one, but not the one before.
No.
Everyone was here.
Leona wasn't here.
Dan.
And we're still missing. Oh.
Well, Danny maybe absent for a while.
Okay. Excuse me, sir.
Can you please vibrate and silence your phone for the duration of the meeting?
This is a big money spinner for, this is, that's my problem. That's what you said.
So, if you guys remember, I asked you guys about this grant that I found that'll pay for half of a piece of equipment for the playground, which of course is outrageous. They all are, anything that's any good quality, anyway, even the bad quality ones are expensive, I mean, to be honest. But anyway, the grant, to qualify, you have to spend money on a $75,000 or more piece of equipment. I kind of thumbed through them on the website, and the two that I found that I felt like would be best for our park, I'll pass them around, and guys can take a peek at are there. I kind of like the one with blue and yellow better because the pickleball courts are going to be blue and yellow, because the coatings for the pickleball courts are blue and yellow. So I thought that would look really nice and black. Not the pickleball courts.
I already put a good one back in Springfield because we got pickleball courts.
So,
You decide.
and so I really would, I know it's a really hefty piece of money, but it's much needed. That's one of the hugest complaints. I get all the complaints. I must have a sign on my library that says complaint department to park.
Yeah.
Just.
Well, you're right there.
In the park, and you look.
I'm right there.
Keep walking.
It's the biggest complaint we have is that equipment is falling apart. And it is, and the guys from maintenance will tell you the same thing.
This ain't a
I like the blue and yellow one,
two-year
but
investment, this is a 25-year investment at least.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, you know, like, it says the lake, whatever, yeah.
More expensive. Is it?
It is, not right now. But, I did have Nathan look at the specs on them, and he says either one will work for the area. And he says they're more capable of installing either one. So, logistically, either one of them would work. So that's positive. And another bit of cost that we're going to have to account for here is that when they take up the old one and dispose of it, they're obviously going to displace some of the.
It's like the old rubber bands or something.
That would be lovely, but.
I couldn't even find a realistic square foot cost. Really quote.
So I can see for that, the scrap tire grant that I have a scrap tire grant for the tables, by the way, that did come through for us. I wrote a scrap tire grant for the tables to replace all the tables at the park.
No, that's a,
So the DNR.
Just double check it.
It's like this stuff. DNR uses scrap tires, like old tires, and they scrap them and make new things out of them, like ground stuff and also tables. And I wrote a grant that just we need new tables for parks and rows and all. And I bought it. So we're replacing all the tables in the park at no cost to us whatsoever. Yeah.
So does the Lions Club not pay for any, when we look up there?
Well, they pay for the last piece by themselves.
Okay.
but they're small. This piece is like huge.
Yeah, this one's bigger than that one, but that one, I mean, that one was pretty hefty too.
Is that a good one that they paid for?
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah.
Which that one was like $25,000, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't on that.
Yeah, like 12 or 13 years ago.
So there was a question, is there handicap, or is this not?
So there are handicap aspects to it. It is not completely accessible.
Okay.
There's no way that any part of
Because
it.
they asked me about a handicap swing, so you may.
The handicap swing is staying. I talked to Nathan about that. He's moving the handicap. It's going to be moved to one of the other entities.
Yeah, I don't want to get rid of this one.
Yeah, and now one swing set is actually more accessible there than it is sort of that.
I know. But they
have
had,
the swing set is getting.
the Lions Club had bought the handicap swing, and they had this.
Yeah, it's staying. Nathan's moving into that swing set that's closest to the road.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to like pay the parking lot and make it pay way down to Los.
Find someone with season for that.
Yeah.
So this is.
So we have to,
We have to pay for half of it.
if we want to try to go for this grant, it's got to be in the budget before we.
Yeah, we have to also, I just want to go over the stipulations here so you guys know the timeline. I have to write this and complete writing it by, mid-October. And we have to buy it by December 31st. So we have to spend the 30 whatever thousand, if you guys approve it, by December 31st. Like they approve it, like right after we write it, they either approve it or deny it.
And then we write it.
And then we have to buy it by December 31st.
If they don't.
If they don't approve it, we don't have to pay anything, so, yeah. But I just wanted to let you know, so the timeline.
Either way, if we want this, we're gonna spend $20,000 for it, but we get, these are equipment at 50% off.
Yeah, we get a $78,000 piece of equipment for $39,000.
Wait.
We have to spend.
$39,000.
Yeah, that's our.
So more like, yeah, probably more like 40, because either one of those, you're looking, we just say 40.
Plus ancillary stuff, it's another $5,000 probably, the road chips and railroad ties or.
I mean, we're just right now budgeting for the equipment,
Yeah.
and then anything else that we have to do, we'll have to worry about later.
How did our tax numbers look this year versus last year? Sales tax, right?
Is it on the front page?
I think, we go with plan for.
Yeah, Nathan can do all of it.
2.5% to 3% increase, hope for 5%. That was what we always had said, I think. Am I right, Mary?
Am I reading that right, that there was a $7,000 increase?
The general revenues on the front page, the difference, that was, I budgeted, I'm guesstimating a 7,000 increase from FY '24 to '25, like on sales tax,
Oh,
on the top.
Yeah, percentage, it's not.
It's not a lot.
And that's what I'm saying, that would be my only fear is.
I just tried to guesstimate.
Well, I understand that you've taken 10 months worth and guesstimated based on that, unless we get a big draw in this next 2 months, but I'm not aware of.
Which is probably not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So.
Now, when is the assessor stuff going up? Is that not till 26?
I don't
They're
know.
increasing everything, assessed values, right?
But you've got real estate
But I
taxes
didn't look
going
at that
down
as 26.
for this year.
Yeah.
wouldn't we anticipate that going up with all the real estate going up?
Well, we didn't even, but so if you look at the FY '24 budget that we thought of 62.5, we didn't,
Or 61.
you're right, I didn't adjust it back. So this is why we're here.
Yeah.
I've worked on this through quite a period of time. So I must have put some money in there before I downloaded this. So we have received 62,780 as of right now, as of today.
Yeah.
So I didn't go over here and adjust my number. So we can probably
I don't know, what, 63?
possibly,
I mean, I don't know if we could go a little more than that, but I mean, it's not much. That's still only like 2,000 increase from what you had. So, that's not giving us a whole lot.
could do even like 63.5 on that probably.
Okay.
See. So, real estate tax, that second line down, I'm gonna move to 63.5.
That's a big thing.
You're still down from 23.
Yeah. From the 64. And then the 62.
I mean, that's all they are.
I mean, the hope is with the new builds and stuff and them selling, that it'll go up. But I hate to make it a huge number, you know what I mean? I don't wanna like, I don't wanna go too high.
That would be what worries me right there, is because, like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I see people spending more money this coming year as they did this last year. I don't think things are getting better. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, obviously, and we get the fund money.
Is this time
But
here,
we literally have 2 income sources.
is that
Pretty much.
performance that people are supposed to be getting every year? Why aren't we enforcing that?
What is it,
Okay.
People are supposed to be getting those every year for their dogs, and they're $15. That should be astronomically higher. We need to be enforcing that.
Well, actually, the council was discussing it on the last meeting, that don't think we're going to enforce it. Because
We don't have
it's
a
not
dog.
getting into it, I don't have a dog now. Because the dog
And
tag,
who's going to enforce it and why are we enforcing it?
the dog tags were in place during the dog pound because they were picking up people's dogs. So the PD asked that we do the dog tags so that they could just take dogs that were owned, that got loose, take them back home. That's what Gary told me.
Well, that makes sense, though. We should still be doing that.
But
Yeah, I mean,
it's
it's happening, but,
2 police officers might have more important things to do than chase puppy dogs. And I'm all about, if it stays on, I'm all about having a license, but most of this town don't have a license plate.
because that's the other part of it is the enforcement, so.
And how do we enforce it? If their dog stays in their yard, how do we ever enforce them getting their license? And if they don't get a license because it's in their yard, why is the guy who's got out one time gonna be the one getting in trouble?
Well, at this point, you don't until something like that happens.
Yeah,
That's the only time it comes up, a dog gets out and bites someone, they check it, other than that, that's it.
yeah.
And I mean, there's very few dogs that get out, and even fewer of those that actually cause a problem. I mean, I don't know, I'm kind of annoyed by the stray dogs that run around my house for like 2 months there, but they're gonna stop now.
One of the 30 cats.
The 30 cats, I'm very annoyed. That's been a thing for like decades here.
Yeah.
It's less frequent.
I don't know.
Because my dogs get outside them all the time.
We don't have no dogs over there, I live lots of cats. I think.
Do you not have any of those
We
for?
think cats.
Yeah.
Big cats.
I mean, it's still.
Oh, they're from all over the place. And it's a big problem. You know,
We
it's
could probably
not like
just
you know,
push them over
something.
drop off on that.
Yeah, it's just there.
But like I said, if you can't get it, right, like that for a few weeks.
Across the street.
So personal property tax, I just put like what we kind of actually received this year. You can always adjust these, I just didn't want to shoot too high. This is my first year doing this, so. Railroad utility tax again, I just put kind of what we received this year, and that did go up from last year. So I just put 8,500. The stir tax. I didn't go up to 20,000, because of the 9,151. I was a little hesitant, so I kind of set that back $100 when I was like, other than that, it was really, but. The financial institution tax, that's been pretty stable right in there, not much. The franchise tax. That one probably can go up some. We did get a call from Gas Sage questioning the franchise tax, so I don't know what that's about. I don't think they can really do much about that because we have an ordinance, but they are questioning us, so. But we may.
What are they questioning? Why they have to pay it, and what the price is gonna be?
Probably, yeah.
They were asking, wanting a copy of the ordinance, they don't like having a fence.
So they care about that, but when they're building a building up there, they haven't got no permits.
Yeah.
And they're they're outside of the guidelines on the ordinance, within the 10 feet, so.
10 feet of the property line?
Mhm.
Okay.
But it's too late now, right, or built.
Well, I mean, I guess we could find them.
Do we have that?
I'll have to look at the ordinance.
Yeah, I feel like we need to do more, do we have anything in the ordinances? Because when I,
Well, that's building code. I don't know if we have any, like,
Oh, I can
enforcement on
yeah.
I know it's going, but I don't know.
when I got that demo grant, I got really well versed on the code, building codes, the nuisance code, like every one of those. And I feel like there's none of that being enforced. The building code, the nuisance ordinance, none of that's being enforced. If there's a way to enforce that and find people on it, and if there's not a way to find people on, which I know there is on the upkeep ones, because we can add that onto their utility bill and so on and so forth. We can build them on that, but we need a way to do, we need to, if it's not in there to where we need to look that up and do that, because that's revenue. That's lost
Don't
on
most
most,
of these,
why have it, it's not
force
enforceable.
fine people and know what they do. Like for not following the building code and stuff, there's a
Yeah,
fine.
so they need fine, like if we're not gonna enforce it, why have it? Not be on
Yeah,
the
they see someone, they see, if it's a
Or there's
user.
that, fix it.
Listen,
Yeah.
there's hundreds of it, it happens in Waynesville all the time, and it
Yeah.
depends on who the customer is, and if the customer builds houses or has a business or whatever, they get a variance, and they go before the variance board, and there's a bunch of idiots on the variance board, and they give a bunch of crap, but they get the variance, and they go on. Because they've already built houses or whatever, and they just keep building them, that are all across the line, and they don't care. It's, if Waynesville can't enforce it, neither can we,
Yeah.
it's part of the business.
Well, that's part of it. You don't have anybody qualified to do building inspector.
There's the other part right there.
What do you mean?
Nathan
Where the
is not a
qualifications?
Nathan's not qualified.
He has to go take that test.
He's smart enough.
Yeah, he can
But
do
he
it,
isn't
he's
qualified.
he's not
So why
taking
are
it.
we getting that way?
Because he's gonna take classes and take courses and he doesn't have the time to go do that yet. So,
It is an open book test, but
It's not.
But you gotta know how to find it.
you gotta know how
it's like any other open book test. If you don't know how to find it in the book, you're not gonna find it because it's timed.
Yeah.
So you can sit there and flip through the book all day and still not. get
Is
it.
there something that says he has to have that to enforce that? For us to enforce an ordinance that we have on the books? I guess I'm confused.
That was just general. How are you gonna tell somebody that their stuff is wrong, when you don't have somebody that knows what was wrong or right?
Because I could go and measure something that says this is 6 foot from the property line. I don't get why.
I don't know, actually
all
know if
that
you
is.
need to have that license to do that, but there's other things.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
somebody's job is super simple.
But there's also,
Yeah,
code, I can speak to plumbing code at the very least.
Yeah.
There are 25 different ways to do it.
Sure.
So I can say, well, yeah, you measured that right there, and it's wrong. It's like, yeah, but you forgot about this way, and because I have this right here, and this right here, I don't need to do
Sure, and that obviously requires someone that has the experience or education.
Right.
But I'm just saying, is there not codes that we can enforce that don't require someone with? So I mean, I think we're missing out on revenues, my whole point here, we're allocating, you know what I mean? I mean, we're not improving
Most-
things, we're not improving things that our community needs because we're losing out on revenue.
Bring them up. 99% of code violations are.
Not unless you're exorbitant, and then if you're
But plumbing
exorbitant,
needs to fix
nobody
this
will.
right here. And they fix it, and then it goes on. Or come up with another solution for this, or whatever it is. Lower this right here, raise this right here, this needs a handrail, so that was what we on their houses, that doesn't happen.
Most cities do annexation and expand and just get more real estate and more personal property tax because that's where the bigger revenue generators are.
The one thing that if we really want to increase revenue, if we could come up with the, what is it, the tips,
Yeah.
Tip.
For the building.
like, that's gonna be.
Special taxes.
Yeah, special tax, because we cannot raise, sales tax anymore, so we've got 0.5% or less than 0.5%.
Yeah, we're regulated by state.
Right, but with tips, you can go higher, that's why it's 8%.
But that's a vote by the people though.
Yeah, I actually, I could, and so, yeah, it's also miles of paperwork to fill out by lawyers, that, what did Jeff tell us it would cost us? 25 to 50,000 at least to get started on it.
That's why I only like Rollins, St. Louis, and
Central
Columbia,
Louisiana.
Lake, and St. Robert, and Lake.
That's why the tax rate's different than the stores in St. Robert, but if money is involved.
Yeah, that's why you pay like 12% tax at Walmart in St. Robert.
Well, that has to pay for the road that's there too, that they own.
8 1/4 is what it is. So,
Yeah.
but those, I mean, that's gonna be one of the best ways to get an increase rate. Right there. We don't have a whole lot of, like, we're not gonna get a golden bullet out of it to increase revenue. It's just a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there.
I mean, I don't even know if we added a whole nother subdivision like we did with Andrews and McLaren, that would help.
What's the average property tax and what percentage of it do we get?
Not much.
Not much.
Well, that's why I said that, the assessor was raising everybody's assessed value by 20%.
If
So that's
that,
gonna increase the school tax and it'll increase our tax too. But we are, the payers are the ones that feel it, not the receivers.
But it'd be,
Improve business.
somebody built 100 houses.
We need businesses in town.
10,000 dollars.
that's good.
Yeah, that is, but 100 houses is a lot of houses for us to get $10,000.
But that's also the-
It buys a quarter of that, like, for 100 houses.
So that's the question.
Right, I mean, I'm all about it, I don't know if we feasibly do it. Like, I think it's a great idea,
Yeah.
I'd really like to. But do we really think we're gonna have the income to support it?
To cover it, I don't know.
Or dare we use anything off one of the CDs?
I mean, theoretically, if the market crashes more, then the interest rates will drop, the CDs will be worthless, and we would be able to use that money.
I don't know what the interest rates are and stuff. I can't remember.
5.45 or something.
They dropped.
They dropped, there's like, oh, was it that long? Okay, so.
Yeah, so if they get down to like 1%,
Yeah.
do we want to leave them in there, or do we want to take it out and improve the community? I mean,
Inflation's gonna be higher than that 1% we're getting on it, so yeah, we'd be better off to spend it.
yeah.
How much do we have in CDs?
Mhm.
We also have sewer project on it too. That's gonna come up on that, it's Jeff gonna come in here and say, oh, we've gotta have this.
We haven't talked any further about phase 2, because I get a little sideways with him, so he doesn't bring it up just yet, because he says, well, 26 is when we really have to start talking about it, and I said, well, then come and talk to me 26, because I don't hear it right now. Because all I hear is moan, and I don't want to hear moan.
There's a lot of comfortable.
Yeah. And I doubt that there's going to be any ARPA money come down from the federal government again for a very long time. So, if we're forced to do phase 2, that'll be something that we'll have to come up with on our own.
What do we have in the CDs, you know?
375 to 75.
I mean, I hate not to, because the park hasn't done anything, it's been on the phone.
It needs a little love. I'd love it to redo
Just
the,
real quick though, it's just an idea. If we were gonna spend $40,000 in the park, what else could we do for $40,000?
and get that to the park.
Yeah, just like, what else needs done?
Oh, you mean if we don't get the grant,
If
we
we
take the 40?
If we didn't get that, if we just were, because this is not, it's like, it was like, hey, we were going to spend $40,000 on the park this year, and we found the playground, great, we'll use it for that. We didn't plan to spend that much on the park, it was just an opportunity. But let's say, okay, if we were gonna spend $40,000 on the park, do we wanna buy that, or is there something?
I mean, we can always, upgrade on the walking trail. Because it needs drainage, and a lot of people use it, it needs
I
drainage.
don't ever get complaints about the walking trail.
Yeah, and the guys,
But
it
it needs some,
needs probably a good $20,000 in model, because of drainage, things, it's washed over, it gets dirty. I mean, go walk around the building,
Which
you'll find everything out
Yeah,
there.
the only complaint I get about it is that it has stuff washed on it all the time.
Yes,
But I don't get any complaints about it other than that, so after a good rain though, yeah, I do.
There's those areas where there's the railroad ties stacked up and gravel's filling it in.
I think the guys would like to redo that whole area,
They need to landscape logs or whatever.
kind of like what Lacey's doing with the garden.
Yeah, whatever.
I hate that
The
wooden
desert
fence.
raw, the wooden
Anthony,
fence.
I mean, I hate it. Well, we had a perfect opportunity, but we had the well behind. We could have built this, we could have built
Well, the
a
other thing too is those things, which I mean, I realize they install this also, but those things that we're talking about doing in the park, basically landscaping projects or whatever, that's something that our guys, even if they only get to work on it 4 hours a week for 6 weeks,
Yeah, they can do that.
they can still do this stuff. And it may be a slow go project, but they can usually find time to do this, or you can put other guys on it. I mean, look what they've done on Second Street, I'm sure, that's not like that was planned, they were going to do this, they made the time to go down there.
Well, they kind of,
Yeah.
it fed off the one on the other side.
Right.
And they're like, hey, we want to do the other side, and I'm like, do it.
They should have did.
Well, they're probably going to keep going on down, and I think they're going to do it from Brandy's
They need to
too.
go,
I think the plan is to keep going.
Keep going and keep
they need to
doing.
go this way on that side of the street where that big old hole is. So that
Over
they can
here?
go in front of the old restaurant.
Yeah.
The,
Right in front of his old, right
oh,
there.
Librarian?
Well, no, right there, the big hole with the water meter in it, right there in front of his property. That, I mean, it's got a, it's 5 feet.
Yeah, he's talking about doing that too. They're
Can we do
probably
that
going to do
before
some
y'all
stuff on the corner soon up there. On the,
No, we do
I mean, it's just an area this big.
well, when the fire department came through and washed the streets, I think they had to go back and fix a few things because the water pressure
Well, I'm sure
caused them
they
some
did.
problems. I didn't, we're gonna have a discussion about that. Probably more washing the streets before. Maybe they can wash it after. They have a sweeper. They have a perfectly good sweeper. Did they get it out today? I think he was gonna get it out today.
It's pretty dirty, yeah, it's.
It's still pretty dirty.
Well,
Well, they were trying to, the patio here on Locust,
You never
and
can.
I didn't think they'd done it there, because I just wanted
No, I want very water.
But you can see where they
Hey,
were,
it's supposed to rain.
where they broke down in some buildings.
Well, mine may be washed after, because it's
Yes.
disgusting after.
Sticky.
And I know you said that, I'm stupid to wash it ahead of time.
I drove by Thursday night and they were spraying everything straight up to the buildings.
Yeah.
So, and I appreciate the fire department and that they do it, not a problem, but I think that we need to come up with a different plan for next year.
The guys are doing sweeping the sediment off of the side of
There's a
the.
street sweeper, well, I don't know.
I think it's
Well, we don't-
convenient.
we don't-
No, it was literally on the buildings, it was on the buildings.
Yeah.
And on the
We
doctor's
don't,
office.
we don't actually have a gross person, we have a skid steer attachment, right?
Yes, it's a skid steer.
How often is it sweet?
Yeah,
I mean, they,
I don't know
they
what
work all right, I'm not a big fan, they're fine for small, but doing an entire street, that sucks.
I think next year it needs to just be a street sweep ahead of time, and then it does need washed afterwards, but we need to make sure that it gets.
Yeah, they wash the streets, not the buildings. Okay. All right, so let's move on.
That would be the only thing, at least we need to consider that, is there other things we could do, or maybe.
Well, if we're gonna do that, then we can go ahead and move on. And then when we do the budget, we can vote to take the money. When does the CD come due? You can't take money out of the CD until it comes due, right?
I thought it was until the spring, I have to look. This week.
Was it a year?
I think it was, that second time.
And it's been a few months ago, but.
Yeah, I thought it was last spring.
So, Lacey, do they do this every year?
I have no idea.
Okay.
This is a company.
This is the company that did it.
Because I don't
I
know
mean,
if
it
we're gonna
sucks
be able to get it
because
done fast
it's a
enough
missed
this year.
opportunity, is for what it could be, because it's 50% off the dollar, basically.
Yeah.
Better.
It's an, I mean, it's us getting a $39,000 discount.
Yes.
Well, and if you were gonna plan on taking it out of the CD, we could budget it in and then use that CD, the money we take from the CD to pay back where we budget. If we wanted to still take advantage of the.
And then
the
what
good
we
deal.
don't use, put back into a CD.
Yeah.
Buy another one. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, the interest rates are more than that.
There may not be.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. We'll have to see. what we're
I mean,
pushing
part of
for.
me is a little worried about what else may come up in between now and then, one of the wells, something like that, like.
Yeah.
What about painting the towers, how much that?
Well, the high school money is bad.
I think
Can we do
that's
something
next
different than
year.
white?
Is that next year? He talked about that.
We put 3,000 in the budget for maintenance this year.
for this year,
I think it's on a every 3-year rotation, and I think it's this year that we have to.
26.
I think the one at the high school needs to be painted.
No, I don't think, I'm not talking about painting outside, I'm talking about the inside.
I think
Painting
it's-
and all that, so.
That's part of it. That's all part of it.
That's what I was specifically.
He got a quote for 3,000.
We had that deal, was a year and a half ago or something, maybe, when they came and they surveyed them or whatever it was, I don't remember.
Yeah, when Pat was here, and then Nate started, and Nate's like, we don't need to do that, so. Because they want to do it every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried to convince him to do it every year, and Nate's like, we don't have to do
It's
it
like
every year.
every few years or whatever, you have to do it.
I do remember that.
I heard about the paint.
'Cause that's the first thing he did, he's like,
Like the Waynesville, Tiger Country.
I don't know if that's extra, or.
Who cares?
We should
We're
wrap
talking
it.
about how we broke.
You think we get Mills to wrap it?
Really,
Who knows? John? Who is it?
Don't know.
It's gonna be an interesting job.
Right, probably, we tried to find right in there, but.
I'll talk to him today.
Waiting list.
Yeah, if I had to talk to him today about, I need to hurry the heck up and get my sign.
Mills
ready.
needs to quit buying all my stuff at the auction. Okay, so do we want to go ahead and put the 40,000 in the park budget? It'll put us in the negative, but if we make the adjustment later, so Lacey can start working on it, because she probably needs to start working on it.
I just,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what we should be spending. I'd like to.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
I mean, in my opinion,
Want a negative.
park and streets are the two things that get noticed the most, and that's what everybody's asking things to be worked on. So,
20,000.
How many you have to have, you know, it's a third of the size or half of the size.
if we put it in there and if we find something else, is that what you're saying for a $48,000 budget?
Do we have to go with those two, or is?
Well, if we do
there's
it
others,
right,
but like within the, it has to be over $75,000.
Oh,
But I
okay.
also didn't want to go like, for like $90,000.
Yeah, no, I got you. I didn't know we had.
yeah, she's talking about just for the grant, but like if the grant doesn't happen and we have the 40 and we do all this,
Well,
we can probably find
But I'm
something.
hesitant
No,
to say that
we
we
can't.
should put $40,000
No.
into.
Not like the others.
No,
No, no, no, you're not going to park
$40,000
for
would be
$40,000.
better off
That's
letting out. of-
Not nothing I'm doing. There's stuff on
I'm saying for things that are
necessities.
necessities.
in the park.
No, not the whole. I'm saying just.
Well, if we do we don't have to leave it in the park, it can go anywhere in the general rec one, we can move it to street, or we can move it to wherever, if we do that.
I'm just saying, planning for it is possible, being good stewards of money.
Planning for, what are you talking about?
Unless we do not have a budget surplus, like we're like. okay,
No, we don't.
That's what I'm saying, and planning to spend $40,000 on these park equipment is maybe not the best financial decision.
Well, then we don't do it.
That's what I don't not want to, it's not that, it's
Well,
just
that's what I'm
literally a
Just because we get it at half price doesn't mean we have to buy it.
right.
That's,
I'm not saying.
If
No,
we
I-
did that,
I'm just trying to help
last
you.
3
You wanna
months,
do it, we're trying to figure it
I want to
out.
spend this money at the park, and that would be one thing, like, hey, this is a great thing.
that Lacey's work.
I understand that.
I didn't do any, now if I had written a whole grant and then you decided not to do it, I would have been really mad, because it takes a lot of stress.
Well, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
I mean, I would like this to happen because I get probably 10 complaints a week about the park, at least, if not more.
How many complaints have we get about the streets? How many complaints have we get about water? How many complaints have we get about the sewer? How many complaints have we get about?
I mean, you're gonna continue to get that because, but once this is done, that complaint goes away.
That's true.
But if you fix Third Street, people are gonna complain about Old Vine Road. And if you fix Old Vine Road, people are gonna complain about
They're
Fifth
going to
Street.
complain about the pavilion, they're going to complain about the park, they're going to complain about something.
And there'll be people who complain about the brand new piece of equipment.
They will.
Trust me on that one.
And they'll complain that we spent
I-
time on a piece of equipment.
I don't know why, but they will.
She would
Um,
just let them come.
I
Let's put a poll out there.
God, as much as I don't like the idea of going negative in the budget.
I don't know.
I just want to tell you this before you make a decision. That piece of equipment that's there is getting to the point where it's going to have to be taken down completely. And once it goes away, this opportunity goes away, and we're not going to be able to find equipment to replace it at a decent price. And then we're going to have a park with
Why
like,
don't you use car salesman, it's fine.
This opportunity's going away if you don't take this deal today.
well, it is. And so when we have 4 small pieces of equipment, I'm giving out you guys' personal cell phones.
They've already, mine's on the back of my truck, so that's great. I'm gonna, you got everybody.
I'm going to tell your complaint department's phone numbers.
I wanna do it. I hope we can figure out stuff. When do we have to have a decision by?
Like now, because that's how we decided my grant has to be written by mid-October.
Because we're gonna have a meeting.
Which is just a few short weeks.
I do not think it's.
There's no shutdown for the city, it doesn't count.
I do not think it's a good idea for us to budget for the piece of park equipment, but we don't have extra in our budget for other things. How's Wesley's vehicle situation? How about hiring another officer with that $40,000 a year for a year?
I don't know what they've done for salaries, that was the one
You
thing that
know,
wasn't
a
done.
maintenance guy or whoever, it's not like, a building inspector.
I mean, do you have anything for yearly that we spend on the park, or?
Just us, just what they have to pretty much. I mean, they do what they can over there. They're gonna have to take those railroad ties out and put blocks in, so we will have to spend that money there.
I think that's a necessity. I think that's something that should be done properly.
I think Nathan has a plan to do things like that as we go, and he's got that built in. I know that they fixed the water hydrant, and so, I mean, that's little, but.
Still, yeah, just little improvements to add.
Yeah, so he does have some of that planned. Like he's got 3,600 in repairs and maintenance. I know that he was there wanting to get, those railroad ties with, not wooden ones,
The
but.
plastic ones,
Yes.
that's what we need to start working on replacing all of them.
Yes, so he's got a plan to do that.
Like composite, I think, or something.
Something like that. So I know that that's on his radar, but they've had a lot of things come up, so.
But no, the city hasn't spent anything on the park as far as equipment and,
Not a large amount, no.
no, and as far as equipment, the city hasn't spent any amount of money on equipment, period.
So I guess it's a no, no capital outlay. Okay.
The franchise tax, I'm gonna move that from 77 to 82. If everybody wants to make that note. I must not have looked back over this revenue before I printed this. I just worked on stuff on the bottom, so. Merchant license, I kept the same. Building permits, I kind of just used the average there.
Is that all we're doing here, building permits?
Do what?
Is that all we're doing here, building permits?
So some of those ended up going into miscellaneous income. So,
I just know like last year.
That's what we're changing that, right? Yeah.
Quite a few checks to the city for permits over the last couple of years.
Yeah, see, there's 5,000 down here miscellaneous, and we had a discussion that that needs to go away. We need to create lines so we know exactly what we're getting.
well, do you see the actual, that middle line and actual miscellaneous income? See that number? So there's stuff getting put in there on that 01, 04, 4900.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see that, but where, what middle line?
The 21,000.
Actual as of 9/16, that 21,205.
Okay.
There's things in there, like some things got put in there that shouldn't have. So I'm gonna have to move some of that out of there before we finish out this year. So it's a little bit misleading. So I talked to the girls about was try not to put things in miscellaneous, because that's.
I don't like anything.
No.
Miscellaneous is a bad word right now. So,
Have all our inventory in different categories, and then miscellaneous, if we count most of the things, so I need to make like 12 categories.
yes, miscellaneous is like a dump all and it's,
I'm gonna tell you right now, if we get audited, the miscellaneous is the first thing that they're gonna zero in on.
But I mean, it doesn't matter, I don't.
They can audit cards all they want to. They can go for that.
court's pretty much normal and going at this point. The dog tax situation you already talked about, I put $100 in there just in case. We can always take that out, whatever you guys want to do.
We should take them way more, like, we can walk out on the sidewalk and see $100 worth of dogs.
Yeah, those tags are $15 a piece. If we're gonna vote to get rid of that, I can pull that out of there. $100 is,
That's not gonna matter right now, anyway, so you can leave it.
this is just estimated revenue, so. That miscellaneous income, I just pulled down to 5,000, just trying my best based on what's in there. And then trash, 115,000. Police,
I don't know. I mean, they didn't think it was gonna go down.
yeah. I'll check that before we adjourn today, but there must have been something in there, I don't have the detail with me. That miscellaneous income that's there for the PD, I don't put anything in that budget, but that's if we have a cops officer, a grant officer here. So I can't build anything in there because I don't know. We're gonna have an officer here. Gotta get on and stay. That's been a little trouble. You guys wanna go revenue expense or revenue? So this is the general fund that we just went over. So those are all the ones
We got the admin, and we had went through the expenses part of it. The only thing that we didn't have for was salaries. So, instead of going back through everything again, unless you want to, did you want to go back through everything again?
And Trevor and Anthony weren't
No.
here, but,
Yeah, they weren't here.
guys can look
So-
and see.
Yeah, we'll look at salaries, yeah.
I did get a letter from loggers, and they're going up, that's our, retirement. Police is going up 1%, and I believe ours is going up 0.3, so you'll see a little bit of, increase on loggers. But I figured into that goes into effect, I believe, October 1st, so also switch the system in that. They dictate what that is, so.
And then the group insurance here, that's, which one is that?
That's health insurance.
Okay. And then just with regular insurance, that's the low part, right?
Yeah, work comp and any insurance for property insurance and all that. Very soon I'll be meeting with Katrina Bassett for our audit to see what our insurance will be.
Okay.
So I felt that just a little bit not knowing. Well, I didn't know that it was, we didn't spend all the 15.7.
Okay.
So I looked at the same, not knowing what would be moving forward.
So what all we still have to go over the salaries?
Yes.
Or is that what we'll-
That's what we're just looking at right now, the salaries. Now, since you guys are here, you see something on
Yeah.
something else, then, because the salaries, I think, are based off of what
I'm assuming the department heads
as of
have-
10/1.
And I'm assuming the department heads have looked at it and they're okay with these numbers that are in here.
Yeah, Kelly sat with it.
I mean,
Yeah.
when you sit down, yeah, it's much better than that, so.
How much is it down?
Well, from 23, now 24 it was down because we were
No,
zero staff for a little while. For the salaries,
Oh, I was looking over at 23s, I see.
so
So
24.
it's a little bit.
But 24 we didn't have, you know,
Right.
the staff was really low there for a while, so we cut that one back quite a bit,
Yeah, no, that's fine.
so.
I didn't look over at 23s. Library, parks.
So at the end of park, you'll see the net revenue, general total, so that's overall. So a number that's in the brackets with that appears negative, that's actually a positive number.
Which
So
The, what page are we on?
Yeah, I know, I'm looking at parks right now.
The blue line is the total,
So the general fund total,
so then look at that.
Which column?
See the yellow all the way over?
All the way on the right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at the blue line above the yellow line. Okay. That's the total.
so our revenue is the 671, but our expense is 761, so we're over $89,000. So that's how far over we are.
In what they're asking for and what we think we're gonna bring in. So the question is, do you wanna go back through and make some cuts out of admin, or do you wanna leave it and just see what we're gonna get on revenue and make adjustments?
You're, what, I thought we were on parks. That's what.
No, we're talking
No,
about,
I'm talking about the general,
oh,
she's saying it was under parks where it was talking about net revenue, general total, that yellow line.
Oh, that's for all of.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
We're not just-
I've got it. Yeah, no.
this is the whole admin.
I was kind of confused.
You're fine.
One park had such a big budget.
No.
Oh, wait a second, what happened here?
No.
So, we still need to cut.
And now you know Trevor's colorblind.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It is in parentheses, though.
Yeah, no, I saw the parentheses, I just was.
Yeah. So that means it's over,
Right.
yeah.
Based on what they think they'll need and.
Things also to think about is if, so like if the police were to hire someone, some of that would then go into revenue with the grant. I can't,
How much is it going?
it pays 75% of $16, but it pays the salary and the benefits to it. 75% of up to $16.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a chance we get like a reimbursement,
Correct.
but we don't know how much.
Well, the police, we just barely, what's their budget, 70 grand? For 25 so far, right?
For what they asked for.
Oh, the difference between 24 and 25, that's what it is. I'm just trying to figure out how we could, I'm still on license scale, I'm trying to figure out where we cut from there.
Well, we need to cut.
We need to cut
Yeah, you have to cut
90,
90.
Yeah.
and then 40 more to give parks the 40 that they need. So,
You have to cut 100, but maybe that would 42.
if you want to add that 40 to the parks, you gotta cut 130 out the admin. So,
What's this professional services that we've almost hit $635 that we've budgeted to spend out?
She has,
Sorry.
yeah, that's, and then she's gonna get it to us by the end of the year.
Just one second.
Who is it?
Was her interview December or
I said
September?
What's the repairs and maintenance on that then? Also, just because I keep forgetting about it, John Crawford was asking me 100 times, has anybody been changing the filters?
He came,
Did he? Okay.
yeah,
He come and did it.
yes.
Didn't believe I was up there.
He came and did that for me.
He said he would show me how to do it. He wasn't too worried, he was just worried that they weren't.
Getting down. I
He's been saying something to me for about 3 months. if that's-
Well, they were clear up on top.
yeah, you gotta climb up in there and they
We
clear
were
like,
like, we, yeah, we didn't know.
What is the repairs and maintenance for admin? What is that?
what goes into that?
Until 01/10/66/20.
Can you have it?
Yeah, we'll see what that is. We'll go into that.
Yeah, just print one out so we can, yeah, that'll be fine.
Get into the notes, to write in notes and stuff.
Oh, it's a ten or. I know we need that laptop. I like a laptop, I like that idea. Although Ashley's got the 11x8 one or whatever with the keyboard. I had. That's what my 83-year-old mother wants one of those. Could you imagine?
We'll cut down a lot of paper to get out there.
Yeah, that's a suggestion you're gonna have to make, Justin.
But not all electricity too.
Everybody is.
Okay, hold
I'll
on
be
a
printing
second.
stuff off.
Repairs and maintenance, so, that 6,000 that's in there is because that's what was left in there from the water damage stuff. It was still sitting there, so usually that's only like a $300, but that was in there because we paid for, the weather siren, to be recalibrated.
Yeah, all
There
the
were
things that went with it.
several things that we did through ordinance that ended up just coming out of repairs and maintenance through admin. So that'll be how we get that, but that's why it's so big for.
I was just trying to find things that the large line items are going to cut, because
Why is the education expense for the PD like astronomically higher?
chief conference, $5,000.
Yeah, I just wanted to go to a Chiefs conference. Which, I don't know that he's applied for it yet or not. I don't remember. Yeah, there was that, we have it this year. We did that, yeah. I don't remember when he told me it was, though.
It would be out of this year, current year.
If he would have.
This budget,
we would have already paid for it, but I haven't seen anything. He just talked about it. Yes.
I didn't do the whole thing.
Yeah, so the generators, to set up the generators at the full start, the repair of the outdoor warning siren, so that was almost 8,000.
But that was expenditures.
One
last year.
time, one and done.
So we can drop that down, sure.
Well, that 6,000 or whatever was just left over, what was sitting there still for the water stuff for this building.
No, that's requested budget.
Where do you live?
Repairs and maintenance on that.
0110-6620. And go all the way over.
Yeah, requested budget was $6,485.
That was just what's left from this year.
So you just put the number in.
That's,
mean-
we could drop that down.
Good.
You dropped it about 1,500.
Yeah. There's $5,000.
Because I don't know that they
We got
would need.
So, we've got to start.
Let's see, it was 300, 140, and then it went to 10. I don't know what it was in 24.
budget to 19 because of all the stuff.
Everything, okay.
Okay, because, there was something that didn't cost as much, the warning siren, that's also the other thing, the warning siren wasn't as much as they thought it was, because everything wasn't wrong with it that they
Well,
thought.
I'm just saying, we can drop our request.
So I literally just carried that amount forward.
So for this coming year, you wanna drop it to 1,500?
At max, I mean, sure, something happened, but we.
I don't want, yeah, I don't wanna go down to 500, that seems a little low, in case something.
I think we can probably go down to 1,000.
You wanna do 1,000?
Let's do 1,000.
Okay. So let me get 5,000 back.
Looking at this. We need to cut like another 85,000.
We can try.
Yeah. We tell Wesley no on his conference.
I mean,
How much do you know what that is?
$5,000 for the conference that he's wanting to go to.
Utility expense for PD.
I mean, he needs to be here to talk about it, but if you tell him no, you can make him come ask you to go. You know what I mean, if you take it out of the budget.
I mean, you see what I'm saying, it's just like we need to
I know.
balance this, so.
That's
Also, there's 6,000 line item here for utility expense and PD. That is, they spent 4,700 as of now.
Utility expense at the PD.
6,900, 126,900.
That's their part of the electric and, I don't know, is that what that is?
Oh, I wasn't into utility like that.
Like that kind of utility? I thought that's what it was.
It may be.
6,900.
Actual in 23 was 3,563, so
Yeah.
they spent 4,700 so far this year on whatever it is.
what we do, we have to
I haven't put gas cassette in there yet.
Is PD's that high? $1,500?
Probably. Why would it be that high?
1,300?
I like it.
1,300 is what it is.
I mean, it's,
That's a whole building stand by itself.
they've got the computers and
Yeah,
they're, you know, I mean, I don't know.
that's what, you see what I'm saying? They've spent 4,700 so far this year, we budgeted 6,000. We're trying to get us another 1,000. That's all I'm asking for.
I'd shut the lights off.
I mean, they've got, I don't know, the power door, I don't know.
Also, wait, now here's another thing, I don't know what he's got planned, but I know they bought some guns this year, like with his ammo expense. So far, they spent 2,900, did they really spend 3,500 next year on them?
No, because they've already got one.
So, we moved the police station this year because we got they've missed the bill up the last 2 months. We got a rebate membership thing back. They added it, or took it out of our bill, didn't say anything to us, so Kelly paid the full amount online, but the paper bill didn't show it. So, we're getting credit now for that.
You didn't have to write them a check for the
We
money.
owe September though, right? And how much it will go to them.
You paid it online.
The disposal of.
So we got that.
This bill isn't an accurate representation of what essentially what
Right.
you're doing.
Right.
But what will we charge the police this month in September?
This is that one.
So they won't get any charge this month?
That's right.
So then, we could drop at least 1,000 for that.
Well, they're not being charged because they took that whole amount we overpaid out of that.
Well, I understand that, but
What do
either
they
way,
normally get? What is it more, what's a,
we spent 3,500 in the 23.
it's a July bill?
I realize it's probably gone up, but I don't think we need to budget 6,000. Why would we?
So we can
Yeah,
try 5.
Try 5. If we
Hopefully they
spend
don't
40
raise again.
yeah. I mean, who knows? That gets us another 1,000. We got 6,000.
Well, we aren't budgeting on the franchise tax, so they might.
Okay,
And
and the
keep
weather
in mind
expenses.
that we have 5,000 from the adjustment that franchise on top of too.
So we're at 12,000, 11,000.
Well, did you get account for the 2,000 from adjusting the real estate tax too.
Yep.
14, we're getting closer. 5 more.
Oh, adding in the 2,000, gonna add 2,000.
I think, let's put 1,500 on this weapons budget right now.
Wasn't there another one, there was another revenue you adjusted too, wasn't there?
This one. Is that 60?
And here's
You
the,
adjusted to 63,500.
So we have 7,000 more in revenue, right?
so you're now, we're down to 79,000 to get us closer to our.
Did you hear about the weapons? Are we doing weapons?
What do you want to do on that?
Well, he spent more this year, but I know he bought some guns this year. Does he have big plans to buy more this year, or?
He had said something about wanting to, do you want to cut him down on his budget and have him
Okay.
ask us?
Let's do that.
Okay, what do you want to do, cut it down to?
Drop it down to, I think we can drop 1,500 off of it.
Make it 15, make it 1,500.
No,
drop
actually
two.
drop 1,500 off of it.
I said make it 1,500, drop two.
Okay, that's fine. Guns are,
If you're buying shotguns, then.
And ammunition.
this is one I will say, you do not buy cheap guns to defend.
No.
That's just not.
And
Don't go to Academy and buy the cheapest one in the case.
he did have a plan for that, so
Oh, shoot.
he will just have to come ask us for it. He'll just have to come ask for it. And he might be able to work with 15. You never know.
Well, and they're fixing, he doesn't have a little they're not gonna use near, they're going out track.
So I would like for him to give us a weapons and ammo inventory at the next meeting. Trevor, Anthony, we're gonna have the chief give us a weapons and ammo inventory next meeting. Will that work okay?
If he's got a good explanation, we can add a little bit.
I'm fine, I'm trying to cut, we gotta cut.
Yeah.
Right?
I know.
Okay, so.
But this way you guys can see what he has,
That's good.
and then when he asks, we can.
Software expense, police, what's the extra 3,500, 3,500?
That one, I think,
We budgeted that last year, but he's only spent 13,000. Is there another?
he didn't account for that, the dues and subscriptions, I think,
No, software expenses were
I know.
16,000.
But they had some of it in dues and subscriptions and some of it in software. This one's the mules and something else.
The new body can use for
Yeah, that's in dues and subscriptions, I think, because that's not technically a software, that's like a contract.
But here's what I'm saying,
Everything.
they spent 13,000 so far on software. Is there another payment coming out that we need to account for? If not, then we need to drop it down to 13,000 instead of 16,000.
One of these, they got rid of Flex and Spillman, and they are waiting to hear from county to know what it is that they have to get instead of that, so I
So
think
they're on the same page.
I think he had to leave it, but he doesn't know what that's gonna be, so.
That's why we left it.
We need to find some to, so that be a good one to cut, we can always.
Bring it back if we need to, amend it later if we need to.
So
So do
there's,
you want to make it be 13,000?
make it 13 on then.
Okay.
I mean, we're basically gonna realistically look at this like we need to raise it, but there's 3,900 right there. What's that thing is down to?
Which is that,
Did we take the cheap comments away from him yet?
No, don't do that.
no, we did not. But
When he does the gun thing, he can explain to us why he needs it, we can always have that back into it. But take that, that's another $5.
Honestly, I trust Wesley to tell us if it's just a one.
Yeah, and if it's something that he can wait till next year to do,
Okay, so the chief's conference, so you're gonna take that down to 15?
Percentage.
I really hate making decisions on Wesley's.
Well, it's just the
From the
problem.
police department, we don't, we're not, we don't
Here.
23,000 so far, 23, 50.
You got 60,
Loggers is quite a
150
bit
left to
higher.
go.
I'm guessing that's per reason though.
Yeah, we anticipate that going down.
There's, yeah, and it went up 1%.
So like your,
Well,
They are,
I spent 4 this year, all of them, you've got 18,000.
because it's,
Well,
But not 60,
it also, it's just a percentage
to work.
of the salary, is all that is, sure. It's
Well, they have
7.3%
a
what the contribution is.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with loggers for FICA match, the salaries.
All those
That, I
types.
just wanted to
Let's
double
just do
check.
everybody's wages and calculate it.
That's all I'm doing is I'm looking at what we
No,
spent
no,
and
no.
where we budgeted a lot more.
There's
than we
no
actually
overtime.
spent. So,
There's no overtime in this.
It's all straight time.
All straight.
it is what it is.
Here's the numbers for the electric. That's what it normally is. That's the. I couldn't.
So are you still on the PD or did you propose something?
I don't see much more in there. Professional services, so we talked about that. No, that's PD, right?
Yeah, we talked about that.
What's that? No, this is admin, professional service, yeah, we did talk about that. Just double checking that, and if there's anything major. Legal fees, are we potentially gonna see that much with legal fees next year?
One year contract.
Huh?
1 year contract.
That's what it is.
That's
I didn't know.
no extra.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, but, okay.
That's just straight as.
That's 2,000 a month, and I put 3,000 out in court, and the rest of it in general.
Can you hand deliver packages instead of postage? I mean,
There
everybody lives in
are-
town, come on.
We are,
I'm looking at it.
You went backwards.
Yeah, I know.
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna pick on Wesley first.
He wanted to be on page 2.
Yeah, I'm thinking the USDA is raising the rates.
I don't like the first officer in the jail.
So let's see, utilities.
I don't see any more, parks. I mean, nothing parks, yeah, we know that, right? Salaries, some spend less time than I guess. We don't cut like $100 here, $100 there, what's that? Supplies, they spent $1.99 in the park, we figured $100. I mean, we could get 98 more.
On which one were you looking at?
Supplies in the parks. We got 600 under lights.
And that's for the walk and trail rides. I mean,
Uh,
the last time, I think the Lions Club covered that one, but I think we put a little bit in there just in case it's, because they don't always have money every year, so,
What is it? It's 600?
yeah, for the lights.
That's actually in there to replace the basketball lights, and the reason we left it in there is we didn't know about the pickleball court, what their plans are.
For the-
But we do have more of those lights that are for the basketball court. If those lights are not working out like we thought they were, and they're just not, hasn't been very good lights, so.
Well, I had complaints that there's people up there at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and they probably don't need to get there.
What are we down to now for all
I've got 68,
Yeah.
but we still need. I mean, I don't know,
Yeah, nobody should be able to park at 1 o'clock in the morning.
So when we put walking early in the morning, we should kind of still be someone who's sleeping in the outside.
Now what?
It was probably Jason Wagner. She was,
Sleeping in the side.
she was sleeping, she was someone that was sleeping in the outside.
She stopped walking because she was probably scared, not because she was bothered. That shouldn't have to be happening. She should not be sleeping in the damn slot.
I don't know who it was, but yeah.
I guarantee it was him.
Who is it?
I guarantee it was him.
yeah.
Does it matter where you can go?
Yeah, his mom's house, and he stays over.
We're not gonna handle this, can I go? We have to get our blue truck
Oh,
and go to the farm. You guys can handle it, get it first.
yeah.
Neither do I.
I'm about to leave too, because we already did the library thing.
It's just bad.
Yeah.
Are we doing all this
The
tonight?
library.
Library's already done,
So, yeah.
I
And the only thing is, the main thing is the admin, so you're down to in the negative of 68, 150.
Does anybody see any more we can cut?
No, because then the only other thing would be salaries, which you cut into.
When I got into water, I found something to do.
Yeah.
Water's
Cut it
its own
out of
budget.
general.
Oh, okay,
And probably water has plenty of money, and sewer has plenty of money. and
Yeah,
sewer
sure
has
can.
plenty of money.
I mean, do we have another,
No, I mean, we don't have to balance per se, because it's all estimated amounts. We could get enough revenue to cover the 68 shortfall, and we may not. But,
and Wes is gonna have work for one, two, for
we can throw it down in the ditch when there's
I
water.
think part of it is.
Okay, you
part of it's out
gotta
there.
buy some more uniforms, because we may be volunteer working around the city.
We have a water tower up there, and we can't have vagrants up there, so part of Westland's budget needs to be put into water to cover the water tower.
We talked about.
We talked
I don't know if it's theoretically possible, Jeff just kind of laughed at it, but he didn't say nothing.
I got down to there,
And the sewer plant,
68,
I
150.
mean, he's gotta go down
We're
there.
on the
That
same,
should
you
be
got
in place for
64?
that.
Is yours more? I mean, that's something,
Stupid bomb issues all around.
because we're gonna go with whatever number you thought. Whatever you come up with.
Don't do so good, we got to pay for that.
Okay.
And they adjusted weapons to 1,500,
Yeah.
and they adjusted
So that's
software
what-
expense to
After
1,500,
police and that, then they
and
can-
adjusted education
Really
to
good with
5,000.
that.
Oh, I adjusted education, 1,500. We, yeah, we
I don't
do.
care, I don't know if police and water and sewer, I'm not too worried about it, just go with whatever the next four
Come on, come
on.
So that,
When you say salary, you probably.
Once people start spending more next year, we're not gonna have extra money in general.
No.
so if you
Yeah,
take
I
your
put minus 5,000.
I don't see any sense in
I wrote 5,000, but I wrote 1,500. I
See,
gave
we're
5,000 back.
trying to get a hold of her. And they've got an outlet store during the Bike Fest.
Repairs and
You gotta bring about 10,000 bikes in this town.
This
Probably
one,
10,000
Yeah,
bucks.
like
It goes to the wall on the weekend. There's motorcycles at school.
A lot
this
of
is
them
the
are
wrong
stopping.
revenue.
Yeah.
You're gonna increase that to 63, so.
It's in there.
That was 75.
If Casey's getting
Yeah, we-
93 fuel here, you'd be surprised how much.
Casey's
that
super
buys.
busy, yeah.
If they'd be even busier if they put in decent fuel.
What would
The
they?
fuel that they got over there is E7. I won't put that in my bike unless I'm in the middle of the desert and I'm
I'll
out
tell you
there.
the best place to get gas. Take the
Repairs and
15
maintenance.
minutes to drive the Crawford to the MFA. So
Yep.
it is 87. I usually put 92.
You probably
in
count,
the road
I don't think I counted.
And 92 is good. And I get better fuel mileage with the MFA gas and
Yeah.
Crawford.
Would you
I
have
just-
64?
I've been buying from Murphy's, I get great gas myself from Murphy's out there, and it's the cheapest fuel run. And I gotta go into Walmart to shop it.
So we're actually down to 64,
Okay,
753, so.
This is where we're at, I'm seeing what else we've got.
I mean, until we can get rid of our bonds and we can commingle the.
I mean, how much do you owe on the bond?
Yeah, we've been, this is probably the only year we've ever been in the positive,
What is it?
so,
On the last page, maybe?
I think.
yeah.
I mean, I know, but I know that we have to pay full interest and everything, but I'd like to work towards getting it paid off early. I say early, I know we have to pay all the interest, so it's not gonna save us any money. But I like to have, if we could ever get to where.
All the bond payments done.
Yes, just get them paid, just pay them off, that way we don't have to worry about it
Well,
anymore.
here's the problem, though, it's just like, I have a loan that I'm not gonna pay off because it's 1.5% interest. And I made more money on that because of inflation.
No, I got you.
And it's the same way with this. We have to pay that inflation no matter what, or the interest no matter what. So the longer we take to pay it back, then the more money we've made because the dollar is not worth what it was when they took that bond out.
It might be in a couple months.
No.
You know they're changing
It's a
it.
silver lining that I can't get by.
The rainbow? Huh?
I said, that's so long, I can't get one.
I don't know what else got wrong, what are they changing?
They're changing how the money, I don't know, it's called the rainbow interest or rainbow something, I don't know, you have to look it up, it's not gonna be,
Anthony?
you guys have not heard about
Well, they
it?
are changing.
No, they're changing it.
I don't doubt it.
I'll have to look it up.
We can dip into my coffee fund. I bought all my coffee at $13.
No one's gonna understand.
My pantry's loaded with coffee.
Okay, so water fund, we're good, right? We don't need to make any changes there.
It's $495.
I think we're good on water.
That's what I'm-
We're at 16 negative, I think.
It's like I bought coffee, it was 22 days.
Okay, so on the water fund, let's look at it. It has a 16,000, yeah, discrepancy, that's shortfall, so. You
Come on down, Trevor.
let it ride and see what happens, or do you want to cut some out?
I think it would be wise for us to cut some out and just try to remember this year as we're, approving and disapproving things for Nathan, if it's something extra that.
That we cut?
We cut, yeah. And we get closer to spring of next year, summer next year, and we see where we're at, if we save this a little bit. I don't know, that's what, maybe it's an encouragement for him to try to save.
So he has a $60,000 repairs and maintenance.
And they spent 42 last year, is that what I'm looking at?
Yes.
There's our 60,000.
What is it?
Just take it from that and be done with it. And he has done, not only, I mean, we've had our typical breaks, last winter was pretty bad, they had several breaks there.
Well, he just bought a bunch of supplies
Right, and then
from this budget.
also, they've done a lot of extra stuff this year that I'm sure has fallen.
Fell into this, yes.
So I feel like we can take it there, we can zero his.
On the
budget.
repair and maintenance, you said?
Zero their negative out right now. And we're in an okay spot. We can always move some stuff around or whatever.
Okay.
And that revenue
So it's
could,
like
I feel like that
16,
revenue is more likely to go up.
So we're gonna take
that
out,
would be the 23rd or whatever, so it could come up, and I just didn't want to do that without.
Yeah, no,
that's okay. I mean, he's still gonna be in a good spot,
Right. This is just safe, not sorry for this. That's all that is. Just
Yeah.
so that we can
zero
get
out,
this
we're good.
passed and get it going, so.
So,
Take his 16, just make it 1650, make it easy on you.
16,250?
Yeah, 16,250 is fine. Out of the 16, I'm gonna look at the
so
morning.
I'm gonna take, so everyone's on the same page, repairs and maintenance, we're taking from 60,000 down to 43,750.
Okay.
That takes care of it.
Okay?
Sewer looks good.
Sewer's in good shape.
Let me just drop 2,000 on streets.
And then 2,000 on the street, said, where you go there?
City PD insurance is under streets.
City paid.
Yeah, city paid.
I thought I'd done an easy.
I know, it took me a minute too. So, let's see, would you overlays? Or repairs and maintenance?
Repairs and maintenance.
Yeah, why is that?
Drop the 2,200 out of it.
Well, I think that's where he gets his coal mix, or his
Right.
mix.
And I would love for him to keep buying more of it every year, but as of right now, let's just put a on that.
So take it from repairs and maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yep, we'll take it from there.
2160, I think.
Yeah,
Or just take 22, whatever. I would do the numbers myself.
well, I dropped things.
So I'm gonna take it to 7940, the 04, 10, 66, 20 repairs and maintenance is gonna be 7940.
Okay.
Okay,
Perfect.
so that fixes that.
Oh, what do we get going?
So libraries, under 3659, but everybody keep in mind that 3,197, that's the grant expense. That money came in this year, his income, so it's sitting there. I mean, I could move that money, but it was income this year, so I can't, I mean, I could pull that money and put it there.
Basically, we're gonna cut some off of her budget, but know that she basically has it, that we can.
That's grant money to spare.
Yeah,
So she's already, it's a lot.
We take it from the one that sounds the worst, take it for salaries.
I'm trying to find mine now. It's Lizzie.
So actually, she's only like $500 over. So last year it was almost 10,000.
What was a big expense that we?
Well, this year it was 10,000, it was because I never got my line item until after the fiscal year started.
So you wanna take $500 out of supplies, or?
That's what, yeah, either a bunch of little ones, or I was looking for something bigger that we could just drop and be allocated.
Or do you wanna take, what do you buy with small tools and equipment?
I'm getting ready to buy a floor cleaner. It's
Oh, that's right.
$200.
Oh, yeah, leave that, because our normal been in there lately, she needs a floor cleaner.
That.
We could drop 400 repairs and maintenance, drop 400 off of that. Like I said, this is just for this piece of paper, is all this is for. We can put it right back in essentially, because you have the extra.
Yeah, I mean, if something comes up and you have to buy it, emergency, then we gotta amend the budget later, we can do that.
What do you think the easiest thing?
I'm only up technically $462, or only
Down.
that.
Right, but we need it to show that you're zeroed out, so we need to technically cut 37 out. That's all I'm just.
Well, can we cut, just to keep it on the up and up, can we cut the grant money out and then completely zero that out, just so?
I mean, can you like put the grant up here by itself, like in between, like you did for the PD tax? Like take it out of the budget and put it on its own line by itself, the grant? And then give her the 400, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not technically, it's all on its own.
That's a number.
Or I can spend grant money as revenue again, I can watch that.
Yeah, just walk
Yeah,
through
let's
that.
watch that.
Okay.
Because I-
And then all we gotta find is what, 400?
Yeah.
Then take it out of repairs and maintenance.
Yep.
462.
Yeah. Just don't let anything break us.
Okay,
Yeah.
so take it down to 138.
Yeah.
And none of the rest of the stuff we can really mess with, right? That's
And
services.
debt services has to, that's the way it has to be.
We're golden. Right?
So we should be pretty good. I mean, we're still gonna be a little bit, but not. The 64, the positive sewer, and negative 64 in admin are gonna
Yeah, the general fund.
Keep
You
it
guys
up.
want it to look pretty for the audit purposes, then we have to, try not to spend any money. I mean, saying no to the little things like whatever.
Well, this is just so they don't have to come to us every single time that we buy something.
Yeah, no.
We could do a budget just for the salaries, the
This is
utilities. and
the
the
thing that
expenses.
makes me insane about this is because we have the money there, we can actually, but we can't technically because, yeah.
Because of the funds.
Just so everyone's aware, between the bank account and the CD we have, it's over a million. So we are okay.
Yeah, but that's just it, it's sort of, I'm not shops on our wrist from every guy.
Okay, so you got your copy. So when do you want to set a meeting to approve the budget? We gotta get this approved before the end of the month.
Let's get your copy.
But we're not doing nothing the rest of this week, so.
But every night of the week is tough for me, because that's when I do my, so.
What I answered?
Every night of the week is tough for me.
I don't know, you wanna do it, we could do it the 29th, I don't care.
This is new for me, because it used to be taken care of.
I know.
Yeah, so, that's fine.
I'm not talking that.
No, I
Sorry,
just,
but
yeah,
I'm like,
I don't get much.
I'm juggling with
myself.
softball, the daughter's playing softball, so.
I'm not too freaking big with it.
Yeah, don't do Tuesday, messes with the bingo.
Only enjoyment I have in a week.
You want to do
It's
it?
the highlight.
Can we wait to schedule until, and I can find out what schedule looks like on a couple things
Yeah.
next week? Because if there's nights that aren't gonna work for sure, then I can at least.
I cannot guarantee anything for me, Anthony, they have.
It's the end of the fiscal year for her work
So,
too.
I almost had to send it.
Well, Danny's out for a while.
I mean, Anthony, if he has to run the meeting, he can still vote.
You're right, no, I understand.
So-
I'm just saying, like, if one of us can't be here though, of the four of us that are here right now, what is my
Well,
saying?
Leona, she's still on her trip, and she's that where she's at?
No,
she's back.
no,
She was
she's
changing
not
her.
here.
I have no idea where she's at.
I bet she forgot.
She probably forgot.
So, we have, right now we have 5 people that are for sure. Danny was gonna try to come tonight, but
That's fine. Yeah, I'm just trying to.
He's out at Lincoln Mobile, I saw him driving around, we saw him driving
it's
around
the
yesterday.
steps.
But, yeah, getting in and
So
out.
I'll just make a call right now.
Okay.
I'm good for even if it has to be Tuesday.
Well, hurry, you got 3 minutes to get the bingo.
I know, I'm waiting. Do we have to do a motion to adjourn or anything?
No, it's a workshop, just leave, we're just casual.
See ya, thank you.
Yep.
All right.
I like the way I work on my own house better. I just spend until the checks start.
All right, any carries back?